It is Tuesday morning, October 6th, and it is You Pick Tuesday. Dennis James, 2003 versus Branch Warren, 2009. Now, how do we come out with the conclusion, or how do we select the You Pick Tuesday matchups? Well, comment your request in the comment section below, and whatever comment gets the most thumbs up, that will be played next week. Now, for those of you who know your bodybuilding history, you do realize this is not 2003 Dennis James. Well, for some strange reason, there's not all of the poses from 2003 for Dennis James. Most of them were hard to find, and that's very confusing. He did place, what did he place, 5th or 4th? I think didn't he even place 4th in 2003? Anyway, he is getting an advantage, I believe, over Branch Warren here, the 2009 version of Branch Warren. It's a better setup. The abs, that creates the framework, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term, in the front relaxed position. And the size helps a lot to frame your structure. Front double bicep pose, and this is a 2001, I believe, or 2002 rather. And for some strange reason, there was a couple 2003 Dennis James pictures that were marked as 2001s. It was very confusing. So it made it even more difficult to find 2003 versions of him. But aside from that, his structure is better, I think. But Branch Warren, gosh darn it, his conditioning is just so good that he is definitely winning on a lot of aspects. Like I said, conditioning, that's a lot. That means a lot. Anyway, guys, let's go through the rest of the poses, and this is a 2003 for Dennis James. Good lean version. Small little wee waist for Dennis James. Nice V-taper. Branch Warren is a Hostetler. Look at his lats. They're Dorian-esque. I do believe his right lat was torn a little bit. You can see a little concave there. Concave action going on, but it doesn't hurt the V-taper at all. He's just a beast. And of course, he's winning in the conditioning department. Turn to the side for the two side poses. And this is unfortunately not the 2003 Dennis James. It's a big version, though. I think he's doing enough size-wise to defeat the much smaller Branch Warren. Branch, couple inches shorter, a few pounds lighter. Of course, here he is lighter. Dennis James a little bit leaner for the 2003. Legs look good for Branch Warren. Tight conditioning, vascularities, proper. But, Dennis James, look at his chest. I've never seen such a big chest in a side chest pose. Side tricep. Now, Branch was winning in the lag department in the last pose. I understood that, but the upper body was just too much. But in this case, I like the upper body better for Branch Warren. Look at the waistline. And his pecs look very good here. His chest looks better here than in the side chest. And the tricep itself, very neatly drawn out. Could be a little bit lower, but it's almost perfect. That tricep's almost perfect. So is Dennis James, but it doesn't have the cuts. Doesn't have the fine definition like Branch Warren. Turn around. This is kind of a blurry picture for Dennis James, but it is a 2003. I'm pretty sure, this one was marked as a 2001, strange enough, but it was definitely 2003. He was standing next to Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler. But anyway, let's actually use a different one. This is a pretty conditioned version of Dennis James. He's almost matching conditioning. When you look at the glutes, Branch a little tighter, I would say. The back developments, it's almost a toss-up. Branch's looks better at the top, on the sides maybe. Dennis James, Dennis the Menace, looks pretty good overall. It's close. Rear double bicep, and yes, that version was probably a better conditioned version of Dennis James. The bigger waistline, but he was super conditioned. Either way, though, Branch more conditioned, and he looks a little bit better probably in this pose. Those traps, the delts. Delts good for Dennis James as well. I think Dennis would have stood a better chance against Branch Warren had he have used a bigger version like in the two side shots, which I didn't. I gave one side shot to Dennis James. Let's Almost finished this one off. There's one more after this one. Ab and thigh pose, Branch Warren. It's similar frames, similar structures. Branch, of course, a little bit shorter, but just as thick. And his conditioning. I mean, when it's close and one guy's winning, absolutely winning in the conditioning, you're going to have to give the victory to him. Abs, neither one the greatest in the world. I believe Branch Warren at one time had an awesome six-pack. Dennis James, little slight distension. Big separation in the abs, much like a Ronnie Coleman. So usually the real massive guys possessed a split in their abs. Finish this one off, and Dennis James actually making a decent case for himself here in the hands clasped versus the half crab, I guess. Branch Warren, I never liked him in this pose. I don't know. His funny little head goes down to the little... It's an upside-down V-taper, I guess you could say, for the lack of a better term. Just something about it. I think is his arms a little bit too small, the outer biceps. But either way, I give Dennis James this. But the overall decision I am giving to Branch Warren, 2009 Mr. Olympia version. His overall conditioning, it was just that much better. And I believe if I used the 2003 version in all of the shots, even the rear lat spread, his conditioning wasn't as good, even in the glutes. But anyway, guys, that is your You Pick Tuesday matchup. And don't forget, go through the comments, wait a little while, go through the comments, and pick the best matchup. This one was a pretty darn good one, for sure. So hit thumbs up. Of course, your comment, the one that you comment, go hit a thumbs up on yourself, for sure. Give it an extra one. Because I've seen a couple comments with 0 thumbs up. You gotta hit that thumbs up, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Hit thumbs up on the video as well. Have a great day.